First off, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank a few people for helping sponsor this event and for helping us do two things. Number one, honor our troops today, but also to bring this event to the forefront in New Hampshire. I can't stress how important it is that the citizens of the state of New Hampshire understand the depth of the deployment that's going to take place in 2010, 2011. I'd like to thank our sponsor of the event, BAE, if I could. And Caitlin Smith and Senator Bob Clegg for all their work with coordinating with the Capone Center. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Deborah Bohannon. Deb is the new Carol. My sister Carol has relocated to Georgia, and Deb was kind enough to step into Carol's shoes and to, quite frankly, make me look good. So Deborah, thank you. And lastly, I'd like to thank my mother. Beverly, why don't you stand up? She always liked Brian best. I believe it's from listening to our distinguished speakers, it's very clear that they all believe that support from our community is crucial to the successful deployment of our troops over the next 18 months. Our goal is to not only send care package to our troops on a regular basis, but also to support our troops long after they return. And how are we going to do this? Well, there's three things that you can do. Number one, we can start at the grassroots level. And by that I mean, write letters and cards to our troops. Tonight, when you go home, sit down with your spouse, your significant other, your kids, and write a letter, write a card supporting our troops. Drop it off at any veterans organization and they'll get it to MooreMart. And as General Barrett said, the last thing that we pack in our care packages, and the first thing that the member from the armed services sees when he or she opens that package is a half a dozen letter and cards from the community and from the children. If you go to the MooreMart website and look under the photos section, particularly if you look under the 2009 Christmas packing, you'll see pictures that the troops have sent us with their barracks plastered with cards, drawings, and letters from the community. It means the world to them to know that we are here supporting them. The next thing you can do is work with your community. Adopt a unit. As these military units are being deployed, work with your community and adopt a unit. Do your best to support that unit. We'll be happy at MooreMart to work with you. We have been adopting units now for 4 years. The issue we have coming up is right now we're sending out about 500 care packages every 8 to 10 weeks. That's going to increase 350% in 18 months. We could use the help. We would love to work with you. If you have an organization, a church group, community group that would like to adopt a unit, let me know. I'll be happy to work with you to make sure that's done. And the last thing you can do is send a care package. If you'd like to participate in a care package packing event, give me a call. You can email me. If you go to the website, tell me. If we're writing letters to our troops, if our children and our friends are involved, if we adopt a unit, and as General Barrett said, you start, after you've been packing for a while, you start recognizing those names. And I can tell you something. When you're writing a young man's name down for a first tour, a second tour, and you find out that he was killed in action, it really hits home. It truly does. Because you have a sense of ownership. We want to make sure that all of our members of the armed service return home safe. At the same time, we'd like to make sure also that when they do return home, that they are not only honored for their service to our country, but that we don't forget the sacrifices that they and their families have made. So everybody in this room, I would be thrilled, I would be honored to work with everyone here in making sure that our troops are supported during the next deployment and long after they return. Thank you very much.